MLB Network has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight it's Diamond Dynasty Baseball between the Aces and the Twins. It's a battle of elite pitchers next on MLB Network. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Mike Piazza.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Mike Piazza is at the plate as he watches ball one.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Back up the middle, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Batting third.
Here's Corey Seager.
Third baseman, number 5. Corey
in there, 0-1. Runners on first with one down. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And there to bring it in is Cabrera for out number 2. So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury.
Hit well on the ground to first. The tag, and he is out. At the plate, Boomer Cal.
Boomer Cal.
And a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
First baseman.
After the walk, a quick check on first.
Martinez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Victor Martinez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. And Victor able to lay off that one, and the count moves to 1-2.
When you have a guy throwing a sinker and a changeup, the whole key to hitting is make him get the ball up. They're going to try to keep it on the same plane, but if he's not keeping it below the knees, he's going to be in trouble. Just make him get it up.
Throw over to the bag. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Hey, keep an eye out here, Matt, because that guy on first base, 3-2 count.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Brock going back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So stepping in, Miguel Cabrera. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-1 home to Cabrera. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. To 2-2 now.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And Cabrera watches it miss, so he'll head to first with a base on balls.
Batting fifth.
Coming to the plate now, Corey Seager. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Late that time for a strike.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
High pop-up. Kinsler is there for it. And the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Eddie Murray. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Eddie Murray.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Now here it comes. Look out, 2-0 now.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. It is Curtis Granderson.
Right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. Into the bleachers and out of here. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And a pitch that misses, a ball and a strike to Finley. Here's the pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
Man, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball. And he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the. Into the box now, Andre Dawson. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Left fielder, Andre
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled back.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Well, this veteran pitcher lets you know right away what his game plan is. Fastball inside. He's trying to take away that inside part of the plate to open up the outside. Showing us early.
And he set down 1 away. Stepping up now, Tony Gwynn, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hard hit ball to second. Kinsler's there for it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Stepping in, Gary Sanchez. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, follow up with the fastball.
And we'll have to leave it there as this. Now at the plate, Oral Hershiser. He'll step in to
Leading
lead it
off
off
for the
in the
Aces.
top of the third.
Catcher, Oral Hershiser.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Now batting, the center
So it's
fielder,
back to the top of the order now.
Brock.
And in steps the all-time Cardinal great Lou Brock. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. 0-1. Here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire. And that's out number 2. Into the windup and the pitch. Mike Piazza is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So coming to the plate, Jacob deGrom. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Jacob deGrom.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third, the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away. Drilled down the line. This is foul for the first strike. Here's the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Ready for
Second
another
baseman.
chance. Boomer Cal. And no swing apparently. Ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And he is out on the tag. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Seager. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Corey Seager.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
I like the fact that they're swinging early in the count, and they're really aggressive right now early in this game. But there will come a time you got to be patient. If you're swinging the strikes, that's one thing, but make him work a little bit.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Grounded to short. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
The first baseman, number
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Murray. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1.
Man, he wanted that pitch, and I can't blame him. When you're facing a good hitter like this, you want that strike. You need that strike. It's 0-2 instead of 1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, striding in once again.
leading up. The 4th inning. First baseman. Vic Victor Martinez.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Here's a swing and a ground ball. Seager has it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Digging in, Miguel Cabrera. He drew a walk his first time up. Swing and a ball line hard towards short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The batter, number 5.
Digging in, Corey Seager. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And Finley will put this one away, and that ends the inning. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Curtis Granderson. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out. 1 away. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. Dribbled up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here. 2 away. Ready now, Steve Finley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
Well, that's 2 quick outs, and he's got a low pitch count. Really being aggressive in the zone has forced him to swing the bats. He's economically low in that pitch count. He's got a chance to go deep in the game.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dawson is in pursuit, and that retires the side. Digging in to try it again, Andre Dawson. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. Skied into straightaway right. Granderson is under it. 1 away. In now, Tony Gwynn comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a curveball that time that broke too low. That's wide. 2-0. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. The relay, and he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And this one's too far inside. Ball 2.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. And he's safe. So striding in, Jacob deGrom, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Charlie Blackmon will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hit down the third baseline. And this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1. And he'll get in there safely. Ready for another shot now, Jacoby Ellsbury. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Felipe Rivero takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Digging in to try it again. Oral. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Steve Garvey will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th. And this is going to be a foul ball.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And this is on the ground for Cabrera at 3rd. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Ready once again, Lou Brock. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from you. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
Looked like a slider, perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Well, that slider right there, that's what makes him tough against the left-handers. That pitch is almost impossible to hit.
Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Seager backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Piazza. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And that misses for ball 1. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. Here's Corey Seager. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. 2-1. Now a slider misses, and that pushes the count to 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here. You know he wants to end this inning right now.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a Pat Neshek enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the ready for another shot now. Boomer Cal 0 for 1 for him here in this
Leading
one.
off with the Twins, second baseman Boomer Cal.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Here he comes again. 1-2. Here's a drive out to left center field. Around first. He's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Ready for another chance. Miguel Cabrera comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. He likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. But any thoughts of a throw will be academic here. It's ball 4, and the bases are suddenly loaded now with still nobody out. Felipe Rivero.
Corey Seager. Your attention, please. Now pitching.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Riding in once again, Andre Dawson. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Murray is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Digging in and looking for more, Tony Gwynn. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Hard hit ball to second, but this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball. 1-1. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. On to first and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone. Digging in once again, Eddie Murray. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
Stepping into the box, Curtis Granderson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Way in front of a great slider that time. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And a fastball swung on and missed. Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. And that one stayed too low apparently. Here comes the 1-0. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here. 2-0 count, and the pitch. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And Tulowitzki takes this one for the first out.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Felipe Rivero. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. George Springer will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And there's ball 2 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, and back with the changeup. That's a great combination.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 2.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Jacoby Ellsbury is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. Here it comes. 1-0. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he misses. 2-1. Here's a high pop-up. Calling for it, Seager. And that's the third out. David Robertson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. In for strike two.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of his zone. 1 out.
Left fielder, Steve
And a pitch
Finley.
down that's swung on and sent to second base. On to first, and there were 2 down. Digging in, Felipe Rivero, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the eighth. Jim Edmonds will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Raisel Iglesias is on to pitch out of Boomer Cal will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Hit hard back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit. So their half of the eighth opens with a man aboard. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Martinez.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the eighth. Pulled toward right center field. Granderson on the move. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Miguel Cabrera. A couple of walks for him thus far. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. First pitch on its way. This one's flared toward left center. Finley ranging forward. He can't get there as it falls in. Cal rounds the corner and is headed home. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
The batter number 5.
Here's Corey Seager. 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
This is a big spot right here. 2 runners on, and you knew he was going to waste a pitch right there, 0-2. But right now you can still make him chase out of the zone, and you got a chance to get out of this jam.
Finley has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he is out at the plate. Coming to the plate now, Lou Brock. He'll be the one to start things out against David Robertson, who tries to close the door in this one. Sean Doolittle comes on from the pen, hoping to finish. This one off here in the top of the
Doolittle.
Andrew McCutcheon is going to be asked.
Now coming into pinch hit, Andrew McCutcheon.
And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. ready with the 0-1. 1-1.
Well, late in a game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
Now to the plate, Mike Piazza, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Raisel Iglesias takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. Quick check on that tying run at first, and a dive, but he's back in there. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. In now, Corey Seager. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Hot shot towards the hole. That's in there. Base hit. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
The second baseman, number 5.
Stepping in, Ian Kinsler. Both the tying and go-ahead runs stand in scoring position with only one away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
Got him to go down swinging there. Ian Kinsler goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Throw to first is in time, and the rally comes up just short as this ball game is over. Well, sometimes that defining. From Cobb County, Georgia, we welcome you to baseball from SunTrust Park. Today, it'll be Diamond Dynasty baseball between the Twins and the 51s. First pitch of a great pitcher's duel is coming up next. Standing in, the leadoff man, Jacoby Ellsbury. So we are ready for baseball.
Ellsbury.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. Altuve has it. Throw on to first, and Ellsbury's a ground out victim to open up the ball game.
Batting second.
Stepping into the box, Boomer Cal. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. 1-2, here it comes. Another one sent foul. Another 1-2 delivery. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here. That was the 5th foul ball in this at-bat. He's seen a lot of pitches.
Too high, ball 3.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
The 0-2 delivery. Lifted the other way out to left center. Pollock on the run, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth. Third
first offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1. Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. And that's going to move that runner into scoring position now. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Well, we're playing cat and mouse already in the first inning. Look, I know it's a 3.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez.
Batting fifth.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Victor Martinez.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. The 1-1 to Martinez. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. Martinez will round first and head for second now. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. Digging in, Andre Dawson. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Way in front of a great slider that time. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, You don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And here comes the second baseman, Jose Altuve, to get things kicked off.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Greinke ready now. The 1-1. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
Second,
In is Curtis Granderson. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And Granderson swings and misses that time as he's down on strikes for out number 2.
Batting third, catcher Christian Rosado.
Christian Rosado is the batter now as he looks at a ball. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Look out. 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Chopped weakly to the left. And a barehanded attempt, but he can't get his palm around it. In is Joey Votto now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And a dive, but he's back. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Greinke comes set. Here's the 0-2. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, it looks like he tried to waste one and get him to chase it. He didn't, but you're still sitting pretty. Now you're 1-2, and you showed him the high fastball.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Cal is there for it, and that retires the side. Ready now, Tony Gwynn. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And the pitch. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to him.
Gary Sanchez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker? You have to almost go underneath.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Gwynn is on his way home. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game. The pitcher, Zach Greinke, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Rosado waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Hit hard on the ground to second, and Ellsbury's aboard with a base hit. The relay, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Ready for another chance. Boomer Cal, no official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
And prior to the 0-2, a move to first. Working for the punch out and the offering. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Here's Corey Seager. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
Over to Altuve for the force, and that'll be that. Settling in now, David Wright. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Third baseman, David Wright.
And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Well, you've been given a 3-0 lead. The last thing you want to do is have base runners on and then give up a big ball, and that 3 runs means nothing to you. So pitch around the corners, make them chase the ball, but do not walk people.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. Gwynn is after it, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Here's Greinke's 1-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Center fielder.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Reggie Jackson comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Lays off. 2-2 now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Pitch on the way. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning. Striding into the box, Carlos Correa. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Just a tick behind for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses. 2-1. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Oh, he got the big fella out front on that one. This guy's got a lot of power, so he pulled the string on him, knowing if he got a 3-1 fastball, we're probably going to watch him jog around the bases.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Another payoff pitch. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Around first, digging for 2. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Stepping in, A.J. Pollock. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's a nice at bat. You know how hard it is to get yourself in a good hitter's count against a pitcher of this caliber? It's going to be the key moving forward if they continue to stay in good count.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Noah Syndergaard is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Matt, I like that pitch. I'm surprised people don't do it more often. Runners in scoring position, you know the hitter's going to be aggressive, and he pulled the string with a beautiful changeup.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Misses, ball 2.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Payoff pitch on its way. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow. Here comes the first pitch. Jose Altuve will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Miguel Cabrera. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that is off the wall in right field. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he'll get there as he kicks off the third with a leadoff triple. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Victor Martinez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he's safe. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andre Dawson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this is going to be a foul ball. Slow roller left side. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Striding in, Tony Gwynn. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. He singled his last time up. In there for strike 1. Comes set and the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
That changeup for the second strike right there is a great sign. When you're struggling like he has early in this game, you got to get in a rhythm. The changeup, off-speed pitches, all those put your mechanics in the right place to throw strikes.
Squared that one up just a little late.
I like the call for the 2-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And he is in there. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses for ball 4. Into the box, Zach Greinke. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Hey, we're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit on the ground toward the left. Altuve for 1. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Curtis Granderson. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first. Digging in, Christian Rosado. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders. The ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
At the plate, Joey Votto. He flew out in his last at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dawson's there. And he makes the catch for the second out. Now in the box, David Wright. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as digging in and looking for more, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Ready for another shot now. Boomer Cal 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Well, he got ahead of him right there, and I'd even say he got away with one. Down and into this guy, that's his nitro zone right there. You don't want to float around there very often.
There now is Pollock, and he's got it for the first out. Here's Corey Seager. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Runners going. Pitch outside. The throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. Runner at second here with one man out. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Pollock. He dives, but he can't make the catch. It's a foul ball. Here's the 1-1. And that's in there. Base hit. Ellsbury rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they'll tack on one more as this is now a 5-0 game. Digging in once again, Miguel Cabrera. He's got a homer and a triple to this point in the game. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Therefore, it is Votto. 2 away now. Now at the plate, Victor Martinez. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Now at the plate, Reggie Jackson. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Reggie Jackson.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. 1-1. Here it comes. And this is fouled at the plate. High in the air out to center field. Ellsbury is under it. One down. So digging in now, Carlos Correa. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Pulled the string on him there as this is popped up. Back behind second. Cal backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Stepping into the box, A.J. Pollock. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. Got him reaching a bit too far after that one. It's strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing here on the fastball as this is squirted up the first baseline. And a fair ball as this is just past Martinez down the line. Coming to the plate now, Noah Syndergaard. He drew a walk his first time up.
Syndergaard.
In the dirt. And he is safe at second, and the wild pitch here could prove costly with 2 away. The 0-1 pitch. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side. Ready once again, Andre Dawson. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. High pop up. Votto is there for it. 1 out. Stepping up to the plate, Tony Gwynn. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. 0-1 count and the pitch. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. There is Altuve. Throw gets him, 2 down. At the plate, Gary Sanchez. It was a walk in his last trip. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Here he is, falling behind, another hitter, 2-0 count. You continue to put him in hitters counts, you're going to continue to get burned.
Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Swings through the slider there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. Another 2-2 offering. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot. Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Digging in now, Christian Rosado. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Look, this is a big half inning. Look, they're down a little bit right now, but if they get something going, it's still early in the game. This is a huge inning and a huge at-bat.
And a double steal try here. Pitch is high. The throw. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. In is Joey Votto now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now an off-speed pitch that nearly ran in and got him. 2 out here and a runner at second. Slice down the left side, but foul.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. The changeup and then the fastball. And he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Digging in once again, Zach Greinke getting the hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Here comes the first pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one, but foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Ready once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Ellsbury.
Hard on the ground towards short. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. Ready for another chance. Boomer Cal 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout, and no one will get this one. And Ellsbury's running. Line drive to left. Pollard makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Now a throw behind the runner, and it ready for another shot now. David Wright. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
David Wright.
And here's a ball hit in the air, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of Wright now 0-2. Pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss that time by Wright as he couldn't come up with it. 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke.
Jackson.
First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Slow roller back to the mound. Throw on to first is in time, and Greinke's got himself 2 outs. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Correa. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1.
Matt, this is one of those games that has that guy right there, his head scratching. He's trying to figure out, how do I get these guys going? We may see a team meeting to motivate them a little bit better.
Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Another 0-2 from Greinke. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. Digging in and looking for more, Corey Seager. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. Sinking line drive out to right center, and this inning starts with a solid base hit. Digging in to try it again, Miguel Cabrera. He's got a homer and a triple to this point in the game. And here's a ball hit in the air. Under it is Altuve, and he's got it for the first out. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Striding in once again, Andre Dawson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Fouled straight back. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Digging in now, Tony Gwynn. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Reined in, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is into the box now. A.J. Pollard. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88. And at this point in the game, that's a good place to be. So I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Buddy Bell will move into the on-deck circle.
Coming into pinch hit, Buddy Bell.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Payoff pitch one more time. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Baseman, number 27, Jose.
Hit back up the middle to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Digging in, Curtis Granderson. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Granderson.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Grounded to first. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Tony Watson has been summoned from the bullpen.
Now pitching.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Goes down to get the sinker, and it's chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Another try at 2-2. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
Well, he finds himself in danger of walking the 8-hitter right here. That's just something you don't want to do. You walk the 8-hitter, the 9-hitter can bunt him over. Starts a big inning, he can hit and run. It could lead to a lot of problems.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Pollock sprinting after it. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter.
Stepping in,
Pitcher.
Zach Greinke. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck
Your
out
attention,
once.
please.
Andrew McCutcheon will get the
pitch
call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
McCutcheon.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. 1-0 pitch. Liner toward right center. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. McCutcheon can motor. He's heading for third. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
And this one gets away. Throw goes to third. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Settling in now, Boomer Cal. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in. Justin Wilson enters from the pen to begin the frame with a sizable lead with which to work. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Catcher.
The 0-1.
Rosado.
And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
First baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Joey Votto stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
Man, he wanted that pitch, and I can't blame him. When you're facing a good hitter like this, you want that strike. You need that strike. It's 0-2 instead of 1-1.
Ready on 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. David Wright swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Digging in, Corey Seager. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. At the plate, Miguel Cabrera. His line so far, 2 for 4, but the hits are a home run and a triple. To his right, Altuve. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here. Digging in the switch hitter, Victor Martinez. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Altuve is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Now at the plate, Reggie Jackson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Cabrera is there, and that won't help the cause. It's a quick out here to start the home 9th.
The batter, number 1,
striding in, Carlos Correa. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Smoked on the ground up the middle. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. Stepping up now, A.J. Pollock. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Standing in now the pitcher, Tony Watson. So with 2 away, Andrew McCutchen will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, this is kind of the life of a pinch hitter. You maybe get 1 at bat a game, and it usually comes against a relief pitcher that's absolutely throwing bullets at you.
That is a filthy combination. High 90s with the fastball, and then that nasty curveball. It's almost unhittable, almost unfair to the hitter.
Seager is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over. And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is, Miguel Cabrera. Picture perfect there. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, you could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys too, but it seemed like he had the most to do with his guys getting the win here.
They left 10 men on base. For the home team, no runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base.
From the new home of the Atlanta Braves, MLB Network welcomes you to SunTrust Park. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Jason Hayward is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Slow grounder to first. Freeman fields it cleanly, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. Now at the plate, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, but not quite enough as it's off the center field wall. And he will get there with the first hit of the ball game, a one-out double. Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rizzo. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Inciarte's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. So striding forward now, Kyle Schwarber. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with two away. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away as that just about got him.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there. And that's just what he did right there. Busted him inside with good hard stuff.
And that's in there, base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with two outs. Now in the box, Zach Cozart. It's a good first inning RBI spot for him. Runners at the corners and two gone. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Braves, center fielder, Ender.
And that's in there for strike one. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he misses, 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw on to first in time, one away. So one away here with the bases empty. And stepping in, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit on the ground out to short. Cozart has it. Throw to first takes care of Phillips, and he's retired for out number two. Striding in, Freddie Freeman. First cuts for him here with the bases open and two away. And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike one. Arrieta into the windup. 0-1 on its way. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is on the ground over to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Now batting, Avisail Garcia. He'll lead things off against Garrett Cole.
29, Avisail Garcia.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Here's Randall Grichuk.
Center fielder, Randall.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Here's Javier Baez. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 1 strike now from Cole. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Outside, 2-1. Curveball, and he thought it was strike 2. Instead, it goes to 3-1.
This is a good at bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1-2-3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now. Really deceptive.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that. So here's Matt Kemp now. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta.
Left fielder, Matt.
Line to the right side. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Designated hitter.
Digging in now, James Koo. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Garcia has a read on it. 2 gone. Adonis Garcia digs in now. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And that misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Heavy sinker just stayed inside.
Yeah, sometimes when you get 2 quick outs in an inning as a pitcher, you sort of lose focus and let up a bit. Let's see if he can get it back.
3-0 now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that will be ruled a strike. Now the pitch. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Chopped weakly to the left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Leading off for the Cubs.
And he'll start out their half of the third.
40.
Top of the order to follow.
Contreras.
Skied into straightaway right. Markakis has a read on it. Looks it into his glove. And there's 1 gone. Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jason Hayward.
Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Chris Bryant. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Ball 1.
Look, Matt, he's done a nice job getting those first 2 outs. I mean, look, this is a good hitting team. And now you got the 2-hitter coming to the middle of the order. But you can limit the damage by getting those first 2 outs. I think he's limited.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Into the box, Sean Rodriguez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. But one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
Hey, this at bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out. Stepping into the box, Tyler Flowers. As he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Weak grounder back to the mound. Baez is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Ender Inciarte. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a sinker that didn't sink enough, just missed high. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Garcia is there and he'll put it away to retire the side. Digging in for his second at bat, Anthony Rizzo. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Anthony
Outfield
Rizzo.
shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Striding into the box, Kyle Schwarber. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Liner toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance? Zach Cozart. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. In now, Brandon Phillips comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Second baseman.
Favorable call in there for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
So he sets him down swinging. Brandon Phillips becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Freddie Freeman comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. There to play it is Garcia, and that becomes out number 2.
Up next for
so
Atlanta.
here's Matt Kemp now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that's the first hit in this one for the Braves.
He's in there.
Standing in, James Koo.
Designated hitter, James Koo.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Grichuk has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. So here is Avisaíl Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The left fielder, number 29,
Bat splinters as this is on the ground to first base. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's Randall Grichuk. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball.
The batter, number 9, second baseman
Javier Myers at the plate now as he looks at strike one.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate. He's doing that in this game.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking
at a fastball to end the inning. So stepping in, Adonis Garcia. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Garcia.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Well, they walked him the first AB, and clearly he's already got 2 balls now. They're not challenging him, but as a hitter, it's very difficult to stay patient. But you have to. This is where you got to be patient and get your pitch. Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, they got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Now at the plate, Nick Markakis. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Bryant is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Sean Rodriguez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. That's inside. 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Garcia has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping in, Tyler Flowers. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And that swung on and fouled straight back. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Arrieta sets. Here's the 1-1. Line drive to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. Digging in once again, Ender Inciarte. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Grichuk going back on it at the track. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. The runner scores from second. Now both men are across to score. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Number 4. Here's
Brandon Phillips. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he goes up to get this one as he pops it up over toward the right side of the infield. And Rizzo able to make the catch in the inning. Here's Jason Hayward now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Right fielder.
50th pitch of the game on its way. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in once again, Chris Bryant. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a line drive. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Ready once again, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Sliding stop by Phillips. The throw to first. Hey now. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
First baseman. Ready.
On the ground up the middle. Baez fields it cleanly. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Digging in and looking for more, Matt Kemp. A hit in 2 tries so far. Big curveball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, that looked like a hittable pitch, Matt, in a hittable location to a good hitter. You just don't see him miss many pitches like that.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Garcia will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
A designated hitter.
Striding in once again, James Koo. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Arrieta is ready. 1-0 on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. Rizzo is there, and he is out on the tag. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Kyle Schwarber.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And this is lifted high in the air down the line behind third. Garcia will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. Now at the plate, Zach Cozart. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And that's by him. It's 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. Back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Ready for another chance. Avisail Garcia. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Stepping in, Rendell Grichuk. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Adonis Garcia digs in now. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Adonis Garcia.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
He's already got 2 walks in this game, and that ball right there, another ball. So we may see them kind of nibbling and pitching around him. He might be taking walks all game.
That's wide, 2-0. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded by Kozar. A quick out number 1. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's a ball for Rizzo over at first. The tag, and he is out. Digging in to try it again, Sean Rodriguez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Grichuk is after it, and that retires the side. Here's Javier Baez. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one.
Second baseman, Javier.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now here it comes. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounded slowly to the left side. Rodriguez is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The catcher, number
Here's
40.
the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And that misses 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
You know, it's so hard to get around on a pitch like that, particularly when it's up and in on your hands like that. I call that Black & Decker ball. It's going to break a lot of bats. One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet. That's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-strike fastball on the corner of the plate. He's able to foul it off. Nice job.
Line towards center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away. Here's Jason Hayward now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kemp has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And he will scurry back to first, as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he lays off there. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. In tight with the sinker. Ball 2.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at-bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. Freeman ranging into the outfield. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8. Starts him out with a slider too high for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Center fielder number 11.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Ender Inciarte. Looking to follow up that bases clearing triple he had in his last at bat. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. On to first, and there were 2 down. Here's Brandon Phillips. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Skied into very shallow right. Hayward has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now. Anthony Rizzo. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Ian Cole comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And that slider's almost in the dirt. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And they go right after him. On the inside corner for strike 1. John Jay.
Been hitting for Chicago. Number 30. John Jay.
Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Jim Johnson gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. The 0-1. Curveball that time, not even close. 2 out, nobody on. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. Hit back up the middle. Rodriguez is right there. Throw to first will be in time to get him. And the Braves have taken their first step as they claim Game 1 here at home. This ball game is over. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SunTrust Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.
Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. It's game 2 of the NLDS between the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Brandon Phillips is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Lester ready, the 1-0. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Our game 2 temperature similar to game 1, 47 degrees at first pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. And he'll just lay this one in there, 3-1.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And that misses ball 4. So not the start he was looking for tonight as he walks the leadoff hitter on 5 pitches.
Third baseman number 13.
Adonis Garcia stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Boy, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, why? Because you got that base runner on. That's almost like a pitch out. Outside fastball, catcher set up, ready to throw. If you get the call, great. If not, you're set up to throw him out. Seems like he's really having a tough time finding that rhythm right here in the first inning. He walked the guy. Now he's falling behind this hitter. You better figure it out quick.
And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. He's set. Here's the 3-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hayward sprinting after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, trying to pick up that first run in this one. Leadoff man at third with 1 away. A throw to the plate. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. So coming to the plate, Matt Kemp. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. Oh, and Hayward shoots off the cannon. He is out. Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward.
And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. Here's Chris Bryant now.
Third baseman.
Inside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
He's really showing me something right here, Matt. He hit the last batter, and the first pitch right here, boom, fastball on the inside half, coming right at him again. He's not fearful of anything.
And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Batting third,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
batting fourth.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. A matchup with John Lester now to lead off the inning. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Rizzo will get under it to put it away just past the first base dugout, and that's out number one. So digging in now, Sean Rodriguez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that misses low and away, ball one. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
1-1 is a cutter that misses 2-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Pitch on the way. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Danny Santana is on deck. Squared that one up just a little late. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Danny Santana stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. Now Lester's 0-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now. Now in the box, Kurt Suzuki. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Low for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
What good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Now another 2-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
Another one sent foul. And this is in a bit tight, maybe above the letters as well, so it's a full count now, 3-2.
Matt, this has been a fun at bat to watch. I mean, look, it's been throw a strike, I foul it off. Throw a strike, I foul it off. I want to see how this ends.
And there's your first out of the inning. So here is Avisaíl Garcia. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Here's Randall Grichuk. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And a ball 1-0.
Yeah, I think he missed that one, Matt. But you know what? That's going to happen. Umpires are part of the game. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. He missed it. Oh, well, get over it.
That's inside. 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Ready with the 3-0. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Batting 8th, second baseman.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Rodriguez moving forward. He can't get there as it falls in. And he will beat the tag by Suzuki, safe at home plate. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jason Hayward. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners. Here's Ender Inciarte, and he'll start out there half of the third, top of the order to follow.
Number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Lined but speared on a hop. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So it's back to the top of the order now. And stepping in, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. One out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Here's Lester now on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. And the pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball four.
Third baseman
Adonis Garcia digs in now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Runners on first with 1 down. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Freddie Freeman reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a sinker that didn't sink enough, just missed high.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Striding in once again, Chris Bryant. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Ready for another chance? Anthony Rizzo, a base hit in his first trip. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. There to play it is Phillips. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as stepping up. Now, Matt Kemp. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth. Now here's the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. 2-1. Here's Lester's offering. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues. Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for him.
Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ball 1. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Kemp is on his way home, and a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. So striding in, Sean Rodriguez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grichuk moves over. 2 down. Long throw to third. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Digging in to try it again. Danny Santana. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Santana.
And that misses for ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Hayward coming on, and that ends. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The shortstop, Zach.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Moving under it, Rodriguez. He's got it 1 away. Into the box, Avisail Garcia. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Now a ball hit hard toward first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
The batter.
Here's Randall Grichuk. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is into the box now. Kurt Suzuki comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Kurt Suzuki.
Weak chopper up the line, but it gets fouled. Now Lester's 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
And now one taken by Suzuki as he draws it even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. This one for Cozart at short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Here's Ender Inciarte. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Inciarte.
Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
The second baseman, number 4.
Here's Brandon Phillips. A couple of walks for him thus far. And he takes ball 1.
He's already got 2 walks in this game, and that ball right there, another ball. So we may see them kind of nibbling and pitching around him. He might be taking walks all game.
2-0 now. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Lifted in the air to center. Grichuk waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Striding in, Javier Baez. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Javier.
And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. The 0-1 on its way. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And there's ball 1. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Sent on the ground out to second. Played on the backhand. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
All right, fielder number
Here's Jason
22.
Hayward now. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Fastball in there for a called strike.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
This is hit softly to 3rd. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Here's Chris Bryant now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. 1 run, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stump.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Adonis Garcia digs in now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Number 13.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
So he throws him for the strikeout. Adonis Garcia becomes the first out of the inning. Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. So here's Matt Kemp now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now the first pitch here from Lester. This is line to left. In there, a base hit. Trying to pick things up where he left off. He's set. Here it comes. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. Good job to corral this quickly. As the runners hold on. And that last pitch was number 74 for Lester in this one. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Baez has it. Ozark for 1. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
The right fielder, number 15.
So stepping in, Sean Rodriguez. As he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Swung on, missed, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Rizzo is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. Ready for another chance? Anthony Rizzo. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Anthony.
A little bouncer.
Rizzo.
That winds up foul. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Wow.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again. Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there in the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Kemp has a read on it. 2 gone. Ready once again, Zach Cozart. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ball 1. Two and 0.
Well, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And this one misses inside. A ball he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. First delivery to him on the way. Avisail Garcia is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on there.
And we'll have to leave it there. Striding in once again, Danny Santana. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Danny Santana.
This one's flared out toward left. Garcia coming on. He gets there, but he missed it. Ready for another shot now. Kurt Suzuki. He started out the evening 0 for 2. Koji Uehara takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Koji Uehara.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Low with the splitter, ball 1.
That was a good take right there. Look, double play situation, and this guy's got a nasty split that makes you hit the ground ball. You're probably going to see it. That was a nice job of taking that pitch.
Cozart is there for it. 1 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ender Inciarte. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And there he goes towards second. hits this one hard the other way. And nobody's home. It's a base hit. Digging in once again, Brandon Phillips. A couple of walks for him thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Hey, this game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
Hit on the ground out for short. And that's through into left, a base hit. Santana rounds the corner and is headed home. The runner scores from second. Standing in. Adonis Garcia, no hits in 3. Hector Rondon takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. And this is fouled back and out of play.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make them swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
To third. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in and looking for more. Freddie Freeman. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And a strike called at the letters. Look high to me, but it's 0-1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
Garcia is there now to put. Here's Randall Grichuk. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Randall Grichuk.
This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
So he notched the backwards K on that one. Randall Grichuk is sent packing to begin the bottom of the 7th. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting. Catcher.
Tehran's ready. Here's the first pitch. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now here it comes. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch. So here's Matt Kemp now. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one.
Left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Boy, not even close with that one, and he's behind 0-1.
Oh, that was a tough pitch to lay off. If he took this hack at that slider, he thought it was going to be over the plate and just kept running away.
Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2. Pitch on the way. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Now batting, Dansby Swanson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Nick Markakis will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. He pulls this one into right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. At the plate,
Now
Sean
batting,
Rodriguez.
right
0 for
fielder,
2 with a walk for him
Sean
so far.
Rodriguez.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Grichuk on the move. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter,
Designated hitter,
Danny Santana.
Danny
He singled his
Santana.
last time
Your
up.
attention,
James Koo
Pinch hitting for
will
the
come on to
Braves.
pinch hit here in a
Number
big
25.
spot.
James Koo.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And that one stayed too low, apparently. That gets down, and the inning continues. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone. Digging in now, Kurt Suzuki in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Popped up. Contreras has a play, and that retires the side. Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Right fielder, Jason Hayward. Your
Todd
attention, please.
Buckley is
Now
on to
pitching
pitch out of the
for Atlanta,
bullpen in the bottom
number
half
30,
of the 8th.
Todd Buckley.
Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. John Jay.
Sean Shea.
And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Ball 1.
That's inside.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit at third. And he's retired here, 1 away. Here's Chris Bryant now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Jim Johnson comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here.
Jim Johnson.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. And this is fouled at the plate. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Ready on 1 and 2. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
In there, and it's full 3-2. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Stepping up to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. No thump out of him in this game so far.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Braves.
Ryan Campbell will look for some 2 outs.
Ryan Campbell.
Up and into the cleanup guy. It's ball 1.
Whoa, that'll get your attention. First pitch out of the bullpen, and it's a fastball inside, nearly hits the batter.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Baez onto the grass. 1 away. Here's Brandon Phillips. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And they start him with 1 high and away for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Hit in the air out to right. And here's Jay to put it away, and that's out number 2.
Third baseman number
Adonis
13.
Garcia digs in now. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. And he lays off there 1-0. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. And at least he held up. He must have been guessing.
And a fastball is hit on the ground towards short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Arodys Vizcaíno enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 38, Arodys Vizcaíno.
Too low, 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0. And that misses here, ball 4. And of all things, it's a leadoff walk that puts the winning run on base to start the bottom half. Avisail Garcia is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He was able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. And that misses ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Enrique Burgos comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Rendell Grichuk stands in as he looks at a called strike.
That's a nice job of getting ahead right there. This is a tough situation he's in. He's going to have to use all his pitches to get out of this jam.
And a whiff at a good slider that time. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1 and 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
And he lays off it to even the count 2 and 2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now at 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Rendell Grichuk is sent packing for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He bats with 2 outs and the winning run at second. Now here's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And this series is tied at a game apiece. apiece as they will walk off winners. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did, it makes
A nice shot there of the nighttime skies over SunTrust Park. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jason Hayward is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Game time temperature here an even 60 degrees. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
That's a nice job of staying alive. A two-strike breaking ball just out of the zone. He was able to put enough on it to get another pitch.
Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing two fastballs now in a row.
And he's set down, one away. Into the box, Chris Bryant, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Now in the box, Anthony Rizzo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And that misses inside 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. The 2-2 one more time. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
There's a line drive out to left center that'll carry over the head of Cozart. It's short, a base hit. Here's Brandon Phillips.
Second baseman.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. Here it comes, 1-0. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Squared that one up just a little late. Runner goes for second. Hit hard on the ground to short. Now he'll fake a throw to second and look to first instead. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. Here's the first pitch to him. Throw goes over to third. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Grichuk on the move. And that's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Matt Kemp. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. He's got it, and indeed he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. Settling in now, James Koo. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Batting 6.
Ready now, Adonis Garcia. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Now batting, Kyle Schwarber. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Here's the shortstop, Zach Kozar.
Zach.
First pitch of the at-bat. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one.
Well, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get in the chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away. But he let off it. I don't know how, but he did. That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, you use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hand.
Skied into very shallow right. And Markakis will tuck this one in for out number 2. So stepping in, Avisail Garcia. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
And a fastball called strike 3. And here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway.
Nick
Ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
And Markakis has got himself a base hit. Now at the plate, Sean Rodriguez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Nobody out, runner on first. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hayward giving chase. Makes the play, 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now.
Up next for Atlanta.
Ready for another chance? Ender Inciarte. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Phillips. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 now to Phillips. And a neck-high fastball that time. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Kozart ranging into the outfield. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Randall Grichuk. 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order set to go here in the third.
Randall Grichuk.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Here it comes on 1-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Misses, ball 2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Here's Javier Baez.
Second baseman, Javier.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Wilson Contreras. comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3 and 2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. And here's a ball hit in the air. Garcia is there, and the inning is over. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
First baseman.
Late that time for a strike.
Freeman.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Again, a 1-2. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Now here it comes. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Striding in once again, Matt Kemp. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Here's the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Rizzo in foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Ground ball left side. Bryant is up with it. The second for 1. On to first, and Kemp has bounced into a double play.
Now batting
at the plate, James Koo.
James.
First offering on its way. Hit in the air to shallow center. And here's Gritcher to make the catch, and the side. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Baseman, Chris.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again, 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. In now, Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Well, he's really peppering the zone right there, going up in the zone. I wonder if he stays there the whole time. Usually you'll see that with 2 strikes, not with no strikes.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. That's lifted the other way out to left. Kemp has a read on it. And the inning is over. Digging in to try it again, Adonis Garcia comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Garcia has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Nick Markakis. He reached on a single in his first try. And now for the second batter in a row. This is in the air out to left field. Under it is Garcia to put it away, and there are 2 outs now. Digging in for his second at-bat, Sean Rodriguez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this is fouled back and out of play. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Now, that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Smoked on the ground up the middle. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base. Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. First pitch on its way.
Flowers.
Good bite to the sinker there as it's chopped foul at home plate. Ready with the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Hit on the ground to third. Bryant's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Shortstop, Zach Cozart.
Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
Takes this the other way to right. Markakis is there, and he makes the catch for the out. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Garcia
sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Big tilt on the slider, gets a swing and a miss.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
And he struck him out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
And he struck him out. Here's Ender Inciarte. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Center fielder.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Cozart backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out. Here's Brandon Phillips. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Hard hit ball to second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. Ready once again, Freddie Freeman. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, why? Because you got that base runner on. That's almost like a pitch out. An outside fastball, catcher set up, ready to throw. If you get the call, great. If not, you're set up to throw him out. I like that check swing. He started off at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
No runs on 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
He might want that pitch back. Up and away, that's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away. Matt Kemp comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. A 1-0 delivery. That misses. 2-0.
Well, I know. The last thing he wants to do is load.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Grichuk posts under it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Ready for another shot now. James Koo comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch out. He pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves rally. Here's Javier Baez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Second baseman, Javier
Good
Baez.
swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Here comes another 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Backhanded. And safe at first on a bang-bang play as that last lunge was enough to beat the throw.
Now batting. Right
Ready
fielder,
with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hayward.
Jason Hayward is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Tough one to lay off. Called a strike.
Really busting him in on this at bat right there. First 2 pitches inside for strikes, and I don't see him changing his pattern.
And a fastball just a bit high. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Now batting. Third baseman,
Chris Bryant is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Here's the 1-0. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. That gets down, and the inning continues. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. First offering on its way. Anthony Rizzo is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. Ready for another chance? Adonis Garcia. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th. And that misses for ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's an inning-opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on. And he throws it away. Fortunately, however, the third baseman's able to run it down. Wow.
The right fielder.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Koji Uehara. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose.
Koji Uehara.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Bryant Has room in foul territory, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Sean Rodriguez. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. That's the splitter there, but it misses. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. He's running towards second. This is line to left. And that's in there. Base hit. The relay. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. Digging in once again, Tyler Flowers. A hit in 2 tries so far. Fly ball into straightaway left. Garcia has a read on it. And the inning is over. Striding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Catch made out there by Kemp, and there's one gone. Digging in to try it again, Zach Cozart. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Nope, that's a ball.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Markakis has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Avisail Garcia. He struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Looking to send him packing again. Hit hard on the ground to second. There to play it is Phillips. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game. Ready once again, Ender Inciarte. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Center fielder, Ender.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Nope. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
The second baseman,
He's set. Here it comes.
Brandon Phillips.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it. 1 down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The first baseman,
here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. In the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Here comes the 0-1. And that misses. 1-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. And it misses. 3-1 now. More trouble waiting on deck in the person of Matt Kemp. Runner goes for third. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now a look and a throw back to second. But he is in there as they can't get him at second. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Baez has it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Kemp. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the. So digging in now, Randall Grichuk. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Center fielder, Randall Grichuk.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game. First pitch strike to hitters. That's why he's deep in the game right now.
1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd. A foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Again, he sends it out of play. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Another payoff pitch. And another foul ball.
Well, now they wait to work the count. This is a long AB, but if they wanted to have any shot at him, you need to have these kind of at-bats early in the game.
Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here.
Second baseman
Jim Johnson comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Javier Baez stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Well, with both starters out now, and we've got a really good game here. It's clearly a bullpen game, but this is why it's so important to have that depth in your pen, because you're going to run into a lot of games like this. It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. You got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him. Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Late that time for a strike. The 0-2 home. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no one will get this one. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Here's Jason Hayward now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second. Now to the plate, James Koo. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Designated hitter, James.
And he lays off there 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. high in the air out to center field. There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out. Adonis Garcia digs in now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. On the ground up the middle. Fielded by Kozar. On to first, and there were 2 down. Now at the plate, Nick Markakis. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And that misses, ball 1. Uehara's ready. Here it comes on 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Grichuk. And that ends the inning. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Third baseman, Chris.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. Phillips is up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ian Kroll takes over on the mound in a tie ball game. There is 1 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Sliced hard on the ground. Garcia fields it cleanly. Throw on the first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. John Jay will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And a waste pitch there. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And he strikes him out on a good pitch. So 1. Striding into the box, Sean Rodriguez. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. Hit hard to the right side. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So striding in, Tyler Flowers. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Now the 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. 1 out, nobody on. Liner towards second. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time, as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away. Here's Ender Inciarte. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2. And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and stepping in the second baseman Brandon Phillips, and this one gets away, and he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored. A wild pitch. Now time is called, and with the potential win.
Number 56.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And this is going to be a foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with a slider. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, right here, this is what you live for. When you know you got a great hitter behind you, you're getting a good count. He's in a count right here, and just look for your pitch. You know they got to come after you.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Over for it is Hayward, but he's going to run out of room. It's a foul ball.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Cozart is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Standing in, Zach Cozart. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th.
Zach Cozart.
Arodys Vizcaino takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Arodys Vizcaino.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. And therefore it is Markakis, and that's your first out. So here is Avisaíl Garcia, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Here's Randall Grichuk, going to strike out victim twice in this one.
Randall Grichuk.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Matt, here we are, double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that sinker. Maybe get a ground ball and get 2, right? And he comes with the fastball right there. Now nobody knows what to see. This is going to be an interesting at bat.
Good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Stepping in, Javier Baez. He singled his last time up.
Javier Baez.
Enrique Burgos takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Enrique Burgos.
Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it. Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd. To the box. Freddie Freeman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he is out at second. So here's Matt Kemp now, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy under wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. So stepping in, James Koo. Here's the first pitch. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Possible winning run on first, one man away. He just ramps up, and here's the fastball by him. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away. At the plate, Adonis Garcia. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. So this won't get by the shortstop. Digging in once again, Jason Hayward. He'll kick things off here in the 11th. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's Chris Bryant now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Markakis, and they have taken the lead. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one.
Matt, this could be a real special inning. They've already hit a home run here, and now the real power is starting to come to the plate. We might be in for a light show.
Bases are empty, one man out. Right side, defense aligned perfectly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, John Jay. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Todd Buckley takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And they will get, no, he's in there. A very close play at first. Ready once again, Zach Kozar. He flew out in his last at-bat. Garrett Lynn takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Garrett Lynn.
And a fastball is in there for strike one. Fouled off into the seats behind first. Here's a high pop-up. Lynn has a play, and that ends the inning. Digging into try it again. Nick Markakis. Wade Davis takes the mound in a safe situation as he'll try and make sure this one doesn't reach the 12. In there at the knees, strike one.
Wade.
The 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-1 pitch. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two.
Didn't get the call there, but you can't let that bother you. Just have to say, so what, and make another good pitch.
Popped high in the air. Bryant is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Sean Rodriguez. He was a ground out victim last time up. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Grichuk is there. 2 down. Now at the plate, Kurt Suzuki.
Kurt Suzuki.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. 2 out, nobody on. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And no one can get there. We'll try it again. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Garcia has a read on it, and the Cubs are 1 step closer. They're going to the National League Championship Series. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy...